Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of In the Box Seat, where we talk all things Gold Coast Turf Club. What a show we have coming up here today, joined by the two big guns, the CEO and the chairman.
We've really stepped up from Gibbo. We've got the two bosses here today, so we better be on our best behaviour.
He picked the wrong week to be off. Steve, Brett, thanks for joining us on the show.
Our pleasure, guys. Happy to be here.
Yeah, that's some big box seat, isn't it? Fits a lot of big people in it. Anyway, we're there, we're in it.
We're here, we're in the box seat.
And Steve is coming back to the show after tipping 1 for 1 about 2 months ago?
Yeah,
so
maybe 6 weeks.
Keep his strike rate intact, and of course Brett brings his sponsorship along, and Queensland Forex this week.
Mate,
So
it's Origin Week. What can I say? I got stitched up last time I was on with my tip, but I'm going to redeem myself today. Watch this space.
I think so.
obviously, guys, a big week for the Turf Club with the laying of the turf. In the space of 2 days, it's quite remarkable how quickly it's already settled in. I was here when the first sections were getting laid on Tuesday around just after the trials finished. It's quite remarkable to come back here 2 days later and see it.
Yeah, mate, it's bedded down, it's on its way. We've got 400 metres in, so it's really a pivotal moment in the development of the track and the upgrades. 2 hours after we laid it in, the cockatoos turned up. There's about 1 million of them, so we're out on the employment hunt for a few scarecrows at the moment, and there's one at the end of this table I reckon might go all right.
I'm not sure which end he's talking about there, but we'll work that one out.
So obviously there was a feature piece done with Navesh Ramdani about how the process works, but quickly, Steve, it's section by section.
Yeah, 2.5 metre drains every 2.5 metres, of course. Sand slit to go in later on, grass on top. And then, of course, our new technology, which is the irrigation already working. It's what's called the Rainbird irrigation system, which is amazing. And, I can see Cookie running down the home straight in his budgies, like running under the sprinkler when you're a young fella and in the hot weather. So it's amazing what it does there. And 3,000 square metres per section of laying of turf. So this turf's been grown for 2 years, as Navesh said in his interview. So a lot of hard work's gone in for a long time. But I've had some experts have a look at the track jockeys and some trainers, and they're wowed by the camber, the way it looks. This will just be something next level.
If you want more information on that, definitely tune into the interview that we did with Navesh earlier in the week. You'll find it on the GCTC socials, and it'll give you the full rundown and expected completion date.
Yeah, we might even post that photo of Brett at Rockhampton next to no budgie smugglers.
I've got no idea what they're talking about.
Pure mascot sense.
I just want to jump in on that we're very lucky to have you here on Tuesday. So this bloke works 2 days a week, so we made sure we choreographed the turf to go down on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday and Saturday, he graces his presence on the turf club. The other 5 days, I don't know where he is, mate. So
You got me Tuesday, Thursday this week. I better take Saturday off.
there you go.
Also, prior to the Hollandale Stakes meeting, guys, another big announcement. It just keeps coming here at the Turf Club, but the DA approval for the hotel project.
Yeah, we've lodged, and it's in and been accepted by council, so it needs to go through its due diligence and ticks and balances with local council. There's lots of moving parts with it, but we're excited. And my chairman will talk about what it does for the club for the long term and our sustainability. And it's just something that we have to do, and it puts whoever is going to run this place on the map for the rest of its term. So.
And Brett, do you want to talk through the name and where that come from, Project Sunlight? I know we're very excited by it.
Yeah. Well, the most important thing for this is obviously the ongoing revenue streams that Project Sunlight delivers to the club forever and ever. So we'll obviously be controlling the management rights of the motel, all the units, everything else. So that's an important step. But Sunlight's through one of our partners. Obviously, the Sunlight won the Magic Millions here a few years ago, and the team from Aquis are involved in this project. So we thought it was quite appropriate. That's what we'd call it. And if we get that rooftop bar up and going on level 19, I know that's where these three will be going after races on the Saturday night.
Absolutely.
And I think it's important just to know there's no exchange of land or anything like that. It's all part of an integrated investment that we work together, and the club owns the assets for the for the term of its life. So,
See
you know,
potential.
it's like having a 500-year lease, if you like.
And that's why the members have got behind it so strongly. Like, I've been quite surprised. I thought we might get some sort of form of negative feedback somewhere, but everyone's just embracing it. They want to know where they can buy it. Already got 2 offers on the
On the
top
table.
level. No, where's the penthouse cookie? You know, they want to buy it, so they don't even know the prices yet, but they want to be involved, which is
The
fantastic.
penthouse will be yours, I'm
No,
assuming.
not
or-
me. No. There's a bit of history
CEO
there.
can't afford it, doesn't earn enough. You know?
They've told
He's
me
going all right. He's going all right. Don't worry about that.
they've told me I've got a nice little apartment underground. It's in
Yeah.
a cage near the car
Bit
park.
of a bunker.
It is, but the restaurant's, Mitch, you know, you're welcome to go there.
Yeah,
He's still going all right in
I'll
that
look
space.
after you.
I see what he eats on the Saturday.
Find the scraps in the bin. Just quickly, it's around the Perch area, Raceday stalls, that they'll eventually move to the other side of the track around the 300 metre mark. That's where the hotel
Yeah, we
complex.
bought that Kokoris block a few years ago now, Brett, and the plan was always to relocate tie-ups down that end and all the horse activity, get off the road. You know, animal welfare for us is pivotal, and this affords us the opportunity to do that, to look after, you know, not only the horses, the jockeys, the track work riders and all the people that are involved. So that plan's in place, and so the development will be along Crombie Avenue here, and you know, it'll be hopefully its own destination. That's the goal. At the end of the day, it's sort of, if you think of the Oracle building at Broadbeach, it'll be about 4 or 5 times that size. So it's its own destination. We expect people to come and stay here and enjoy all those things, as well as, you know, great racing at the Gold Coast Turf Club.
And if you've ever been here on a race day in the Perch, just imagine that view tenfold. It'll be exceptional up on that rooftop bar.
Applications have closed now for the Train Tech Centre, which has been in work in progress over the last couple of months, and it's been coming along rather smoothly as well. We're down to the sort of final stages now of the trainers are about to find out who fills those boxes. Hearing something like 700 applicants, or there was 700 boxes sort of trying to squeeze into the complex of about 300, which is obviously, you know, you've from a turf club point of view, you've got to go through all the processes to find who's going to be the best fit for the Gold Coast going forward.
Yeah, look, massive demand, as there is for Queensland-wide, massive demand for horse boxes, and a lot of trainers in the state and locals want more, and you know, we'll go through our program now around how we define and determine that is. All applications have been received and in, and we'll sort that out over the next few weeks. The Train Tech building development is on schedule, under budget at this point in time, and hopefully all be finished by middle of August, but
Do I hear money for a Christmas party?
maybe a few
Train
bucks.
Just one more thing about the Train Tech topic. Even though they're oversubscribed, there's 300 horses to come this round. We're not resting on our laurels. There's some other opportunities coming for the trainers who just do miss out. I think we will find out Friday. We'll finalise who the successful trainers of this round are. But there's other stables getting built in the precinct. We've secured some other freehold opportunities. So watch this space in that particular thing. Our aim is to get to about 750, 800 horses in work, and I think by the time the training tracks are completed and Train Tech's done, and this time next year, I can't see why there's not that amount of numbers here.
I think, Steve, you've sort of mentioned perhaps maybe 20 or 30 boxes could be available per each winter carnival for the visiting trainers to keep them coming back for the facilities, and B, the racing.
Yeah, we need to free up some space to make sure that we get the best horses, the best jockeys through our invested carnivals, and you know, we had a great result at the Sunshine Coast with Zaki winning its third Hollander, which we hope will get us to Group 1. And if we want to play in that space, we've got to make sure that we allow some room for those people to come here.
Yeah.
And it's not only the summer carnival and Magic Millions time, and obviously the winter carnival as well. There's stuff around the dual race day in March. There's other Metro Saturdays we're obviously trying to approach, put in our calendar. Friday night racing kicks off. So interstate trainers are going to come for the 2 major carnivals, but through the year they'll be up here in droves as well, and that's why we have to keep these stalls available.
Now let's keep the chairman happy. It wouldn't be an episode with
Hard
Brett
work,
here
that is.
if we didn't speak about the amazing Men Matter Race Day, his little brainchild from, this is the third year, Brett?
third year, yeah.
So tickets are now on sale. So Brett, do you want to talk us through what that day is and what it means for the
great.
club?
Yeah, well, obviously it's a concept. I think there's strong demand for men's health, mental health, also physical health. It's rampant out there with issues. People don't go see the doctors like they regularly do. One of my truck drivers, what set this up about 3 years ago, you went to work with pain in the shoulder for 2 or 3 nights. Next thing you get halfway down the road, pull over and wheel off in an ambulance, and you just should have went and saw the doctor early, and they don't do that. So this is about raising awareness for men and health. Obviously, the first year I was very, very surprised how much the mental health angle was there. We know there's problems in that space, but it's overwhelmed me in particularly how bad it's been, particularly through COVID. So this year we're going to have some fun. We're going to get some nice celebrities up. The event centre's already sold out, but our next target of this lady next door and the rest of the marketing teams to fill that facility right over there, and I'm sure they can.
Absolutely, we can. We've got a range of things happening on the day. We'll have the tab time trials here. We'll have a mobile barbershop. We'll have entertainment from top to bottom. So it's a day that we'll absolutely mark your calendars for, because we're very excited. Obviously, raising money for the 3 charities, Live In, Common Good, and the Prostate Cancer Foundation.
29th of July, just remember that day because that also happens to be my birthday.
Oh, so we'll have some birthday cake as well on the day.
Because only my chairman will put his function on that day, isn't he?
He picked the day, what can I say?
Well, we're very much looking forward to that. So if you haven't yet got your tickets, head to gctc.com.au and book them now before they sell out.
And there's a couple of cool prizes I'm sure these team will announce over the next couple of weeks that we're going to be doing some activation on the day.
29th of July, can't forget that one for a number of reasons. CEO, the last time you were on the show, you tipped a $6 winner?
Yep, $6.
Just do it again
Got
for
the
us.
chocolate. Only need a tip once every 8 weeks, and if I keep that going.
Last week, just quickly, on the back of my 7 of 8, which I'm still waiting for that promo on Sky, I tipped 5 from 7.
Give
So
yourself a wrap.
surely,
let us know.
surely
Mitch, let
must
us
be
know.
close to a promo on Sky.
Well, you certainly get a prize for the most self-indulgent. No doubt about that. So, the more self-indulgent, the better the prize.
So you got a tip for us on the weekend, Steve?
Look, I'm going to go the old boy. I think $13 Eduardo. It's worth a bet. We're not racing here, so all eyes will be focused up the road at the team at the BRC, and I hope they have a great carnival and day up there. I think he's in that race. I really do. He's and a price that you probably won't get again for that horse.
So, Brett, let's go head to head. What about you? What's your tip for the weekend?
As usual, Steve always going to the high rolling stuff in town, like the poor old battler Cookie. Well, I'm just going to go sneaky out to Ipswich and try and find a winner out there.
Yeah.
There's a little 3-year-old called Bean Groovy that's trained by Matty Dunn. Life member Hayden Harvey's he bred the horse, and the other person but it was a bloke called Jeff Kerrison, who sadly passed away last year, and he was also a life member of the club. So if Bean Groovy gets up at Ipswich, I'm going to get a good result. We're all going to have a bit of a yahoo.
Beautiful.
Right, so Eduardo in the Kingsford Smith Cup and Being Groovy.
That's it, mate.
And being groovy, you got to watch for when those markets get over. You want to get first in, best dressed, because it could be a problem a day in.
We're going to leave you with one in the Stradbroke. The performance of Cardinal Gem. He's getting stabled here at the moment. He's at Peter Robles stables, and he's loving life on the Gold Coast. His run in the BRC Sprint on Saturday had to be seen to be believed. He was no closer than 4 wide the trip. He circled the bend 7 wide. He was 12 wide up the home running, and he's still run third. He needs to get a run in the Stradbroke, but if you're playing early markets, he should get a run. He's 30th in the ballot. I've counted about 12 out. He's about 10 to 1. So
well, I'll finish off with
Cardinal
mine.
Gem.
I've got to talk about the locals. Well, the vows, obviously, for Toby and Trent, and obviously Kovalika are the favourites. So, look, I'll leave you with those two, and hopefully, between the 4 of us, we get you the win.
Let's get the derby back to the Gold Coast with those two, Kovalika and the Vows. Become a tipping machine, Ella. That's the show this week. Obviously, it's been a big week here at the Gold Coast Turf Club. We look forward to racing action next Saturday. We'll come back here at the Aquis Park venue, and thanks to Steve and Brett for joining the show as well, and we'll do it all again for episode 14 next week on In the Box Seat.